night he had a bloody nose because he just kept not closing his arms to catch the ball.
Oh
He was
damn.
he was tripping hard.
Oh my god,
I was
dude.
like, this isn't even like the real show. This is like the pre-show. He's like, I know, bro.
What's the craziest thing you ever seen at a festival? Like, or something like that, a pre-show, like where someone gets fucked up. Like, what do you think?
Um, oh.
Hey, so wait, did he win? Did he win that contest?
No, he didn't. He came in third place,
Oh,
second, third
that's cool.
place.
That's good.
Yeah, but it's still it gave him some kind of a rank. I think the craziest thing I'd ever seen at a show. Um, I went to a Smashing Pumpkins show one time in Hampton at the Coliseum, the place that all the Deadheads call the spaceship because it looks like a space at nighttime.
Nice.
Um,
Hampton
I,
Coliseum.
yep, I went there and we were all sitting on the floor waiting for the show to start, and all of a sudden this security guard like comes into the middle of the middle of the crowd and yanks this guy up because he's doing cocaine right there in the fucking auditorium. Like him and his girlfriend, like spooning it out and giving it to people and shit. And they saw him and they yanked him out, dude. And it
Oh
was like they beat him up and shit and took
oh,
him out of the concert.
jeez.
I was like, bro, that was just weird. That was
Whoa.
just I was
Trip
like, don't
out.
be doing that fucking blow here.
Oh
They
my
beat him up.
god, dude. Z says saw a guy face plant in the parking lot with both of his feet still in his car. Jeez.
Uh,
Maybe he forgot. He was like forgot he was in his car. That happens.
I'm always that person that forgets where I parked, and then I got to walk around the venue like fucking 3 hours looking for my car, waiting for everybody else to leave so I can find it.
That happened to me a long time ago. So like I always do like markers as soon as I get out. I'm like, okay, I'm next to this tree, and there's this thing and this thing because who
Yep.
knows, dude? Everybody can move all their cars, and your car will stay in the same spot, and you'll be like, where am I? So you
I
gotta
take
like
a pic-
take a
I take a
picture.
picture of every sign I'm next to.
There you go. I'm in G5.
Exactly, because I'm not gonna remember this at the end of the night.
So I meant to ask you earlier. Are you gonna get any gigs besides? You thinking of getting any gigs coming up?
I mean, I'm trying. I'm trying to get some of these bar shows.
Yeah,
Um,
the bars are still happening. What about
yeah,
like
the bar.
local free festivals or something like that in the park? Do they have those at all still? Do they have like art music in the park or some shit?
I haven't seen any in Richmond, like locally around here. There's been some stuff happening down in Virginia Beach, but
But
that's
it's too
like I said, I got
far.
to travel. I got to
Yeah.
travel to get to that, and I got to yeah.
It would be cool to like go there for a week and just do a bunch of shows and then come home or something.
I've been wanting to. I've been talking with Tracy about that too. I've been wanting to like try to book like maybe two or three places on a weekend or during the week or whatever, and just
Get a hotel room and
well,
just
I mean, shit, I got enough friends. I can
oh
couch
yeah,
surf.
there you go. Yeah,
I can
if you did it
just
for like a week or something and just like, just did a bunch of
yep.
shows and then just, you know, had a bunch of content there and then come home and
I wouldn't go hungry. I mean, if push came to shove, I know where I can go eat because I've already know that route
yeah,
down there.
yeah, it's not
So
like you don't know the place.
yeah, so
Gentlemen.
that's a good. I know where I can get cheap food from the restaurants too, and most of the people that own clubs down there still own them, and they know me.
That's kind of like Santa Cruz for me. I used to go down there a lot. Like when I was younger, I'd go there like twice, 2, 3 times a year. I'd go hang out on the street and sell art and play flute and make some money and just camp out, couch surf, and then come home, go back to wherever I was going to. But it was like an in between spot I could go, and I knew places and stuff to do. I always knew like one or two people there, so I could go visit them and whatever. But
Yeah,
I haven't been there in
yeah,
years, so I don't really. I don't know if I could still do that.
yeah. I got one buddy that he lives about 6 blocks from the ocean front.
Ah,
I got another guy that I
that's nice.
sometimes buy from when I go down there. He lives 2 blocks from the ocean front. In fact, he lives across the street from the hippie store I used to sleep at.
Oh, nice. You slept in
So
a
yeah,
hippie store.
yes, Half Moon Music.
Do they let you park your cars down there and just sleep in your car?
No, they don't let you can't sleep in the car. It's illegal. It's illegal to sleep anywhere outside or in a vehicle from 8 o'clock p.m. to
Oh.
8 o'clock a.m.
So there's really like no homelessness allowed.
Right, but you're perfectly allowed to take your shit onto the beach from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. and lay down and sleep in the
Oh.
do
So what do they do? Just walk around all night? Just kind of wander?
Oh, well, there's woods kind of close by, so a lot of people go to the woods. They have spots in the woods. Um,
Huh.
some people they panhandle all day, and then they get the South End Hotel at the end of the night. Um, it just depends. A lot of people sleep near the churches, or where they serve food,
Yeah.
and it's just then there's a place that's about, I want to say it's about 6 blocks. It's about the same distance as where my friend lives. That they house homeless people, but it's a whole process that you got to go through to get into that. Um, and of course, they can't have pot in their system. They have to pee in a cup and all that.
Oh,
Can't be
you
a
gotta be
drinker.
tested. Wow. So
Yeah,
you gotta earn it. You gotta be
yeah, pretty
legit.
much. They just don't want to enable people just to go out and panhandle money for drugs, pretty much. And it's
Makes
only a
sense.
temporary. It's like a 3 month, a 90-day program where they put them in a. It's like two different people into one apartment, like a 2-room apartment,
Oh. Huh.
and also feed at that same place 7 days a
Do you have
week
to
as
like
well.
prove that you're going out and getting work and shit like that?
You don't have to prove of application employment, but they do kick you out in the morning, and you get to come back for lunch, and you get to come back for dinner, and then after dinner you get to stay.
And that's with the church?
It's not the church. It's called the JCOC.
Uh,
The I don't even know what the hell it stands for. The Judeo Christian Outreach Center. Judeo Christian Outreach Center. That's what it's called.
have you ever played for those people?
No, they won't.
Like,
It's weird, man. I never stayed there. I only ate there maybe
yeah,
5 or 6 times. It's kind of a clique of people,
yeah, it's a
and it's
specific
not the
crowd.
clique of people I hang around with. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the ones that you don't want to hang around with that stay there.
You're like, all right, thanks for the food. See you later.
Yeah, thanks for the dinner, and I'm out. Let me grab a
I'm
loaf
out.
of bread. I'm going.
Nice. Well, hey, that's it's a thing. I've gotten lots of church food. I've been there. Some of the Catholic churches are like the nicest. They got like a whole fucking grocery store back there. They're like, here's a
Yeah,
cart and here's a bag. You're like, all
yeah.
right. They're like, take as much as you need. You're like, oh my god, I'm going grocery
I
shopping
can't
right
carry
now.
all this.
Well, they're like, a bag a person or something, but still, you're like, oh my god, dude, there's everything here. Get some cheese, get some cereal, get some. I'm like It's like a grocery store in there.
Yeah. The Catholic Church there used to do a thing called Fresh Food Wednesdays, and
Oh,
after for a little while, I started volunteering. Even though I was homeless, they would let the homeless people volunteer and help hand out food and help, people that are less fortunate come in and do the shopping thing. Basically, they come through and they are able to get produce, bread, fruits,
nice.
fruits and vegetables, all and then like they have some meat there sometimes too. But they would get a delivery truck every Wednesday morning, and then they would bring all the stuff in, and it would basically be like they basically give you just like a couple grocery bags of food that you could take with you. Mostly stuff that's not going to go bad. Like the meat would go bad, obviously.
Yeah.
At first, I didn't start taking any of the meat because I didn't have nowhere to put the meat. But then
Hey, I can tell you where to put the meat.
I know where to put the meat now. Um, but I I ended up acquiring myself a little small grill, a little charcoal grill,
Oh, nice.
camping grill. and I would keep it there at the place, chained to the dumpster fence.
Nice.
Because if I didn't chain it up, somebody would steal that bitch. Um,
They're like, why is there a grill chained up right here? You're
no,
like, got my
they knew I
grill.
asked them. I asked them. I was like, "Can I chain this here? Because I know I can't carry it around, but I
Yeah.
know if I just leave it here, somebody will think it's garbage and just take it."
Yeah.
And they're like, "Yeah, you can chain it there." So I would chain it there, and then on Wednesday after I was done volunteering, and I got my groceries and stuff picked out. When I was done volunteering, we would go over to the other church that we would get breakfast at in the morning, and they have like an open field. In fact, it's the church. It's a piece of land that Edgar Casey deemed
Oh,
the
yeah.
most peaceful place in Virginia Beach.
Nice.
And we would go over there and we would cook out and watch the fireworks from
What a
there.
trip. Cook out.
So I was
Bro.
like every other Wednesday, dude, I was getting like steaks like this thick,
Whoa.
and yeah, and I was like, this is weird, we're homeless and we're eating T-bones, dude. What
Were you
the hell?
fat? Were you like fat? Were you getting
I wasn't
chunky?
fat, but I wasn't healthy either.
Just chunky.
Honestly, becoming homeless changed my diet.
Oh yeah, I bet.
Like I quit eating a lot of meats. I quit eating a lot of, and not by choice, but just because I couldn't afford them and I couldn't keep them good.
Yeah. You
But
couldn't
I
didn't have
could keep
anywhere to keep it. You're just going after non-perishables.
exactly. I could keep a can of.
There was like there's like tricks like that you learn when you're on the road and homeless and stuff. Like you keep a little bag of condiments. Everywhere you go, you find different condiments, and so you're like, oh, I got some relish. I got some honey mustard, dude. Check it out. I got some honey mustard from this one place.
Is there ants on it? Yeah. I'm sorry.
Oh no,
I'm sorry.
there's ants on your honey mustard.
No, on the cake. I left the cake out that we made the other day.
Hey man, God made ants too, and they don't hurt. That's spicy.
I,
They're a little spicy.
I've just like learned to accept them and that they're pets now.
Just pick them off. They're just hungry too.
Yeah.
I'm sure they peed on it, but whatever. A little pee didn't hurt nobody. Oh, a little ant pee. Cheers.
But yeah, I changed up my diet pretty much drastically, and plus they would also give out those MREs, the meals ready to eat.
Oh, those are great, man. I've lived off
Yeah,
those before.
because you can cook those anywhere.
Yeah, those are amazing. Well, you don't even have
Comes
to
with
cook them really most of the time.
well,
You just heat them up.
these were these would come with a little heat pack that you put.
Oh,
Like,
what?
yeah, it comes with a bag, and you drop the whatever the main course was in this little bag, and it's got this thing. You add just like that much water to it, and you fold it over
Holy
and
shit!
stuff it back into the box, and it's
Whoa!
in the whatever it is. Yeah, and it gets real super hot,
What the
and then all
fuck?
of a sudden you can tell that it's not smoking anymore. It's done, and then you open it up, and the thing's hot, dude. It's like cooked.
What the fuck? Technology. It's just like one of those shake it up.
Yeah,
It's like an
pretty much.
easy bake oven thing.
It looked like a giant hand warmer, is what it looked like. A big
Yeah,
giant hand warmer, and as soon as
yeah.
you add water to it,
Chemicals,
yep,
chemical reaction. That's pretty
yeah,
cool.
those things were like, dude.
I just remember the ones that my stepdad would bring back from like army reserves. He'd go to the army reserves and he'd come back with these little pouches, these brown pouches, and it was like, you get like the freeze dried dessert. It was like strawberry shortcake or something. Freeze dried strawberry shortcake dessert. I used to love that shit. Or like the dried fruit or something. Freeze dried fruit. But I don't even
Yep.
remember what the rest of it was. I think they give you like a brownie and stuff, but I don't remember the entrees. I never ate them. Like I think a Salisbury steak ended up in me at one time.
Dude, remember how hard those fucking brownies were, though?
Yes. They were
Those are the
good though.
chewiest
I like
brownies,
brownies like that now.
dude.
Like I like my brownies like that. I think that might be why.
Like those brownies were it's like straight protein.
They were Chris.
And
Hello.
I learned you have to drink plenty of water with those
Yeah,
because
man.
they'll dehydrate you fast.
Plenty of water. Yeah, those. Those are when you're hungry, man. I met
Yeah, I
this
mean,
guy one time. I met this guy in a national park. He was this old he was just like a vet, right? And he lived in his Volkswagen in Joshua Tree, and this was before Joshua Tree was a national park, so you could camp there for like 14 days at a time. I think longer maybe. But there was no water. You had to like go out of the park and get water and come back in, but you could stay at these campgrounds forever. And this dude was like camping out there for days, and he was just this vet old dude, and he was like eating MRIs or whatever what were those called? MREs.
MRE. Yeah.
MRIs. He ate a whole MRI machine. But he would like he had his own way. He would like stockpile parts of them, right? He didn't eat the crackers. He would kind of like keep the cracker pile, and then he had like he had like certain things like he would just keep in different pouches, and he never opened the desserts, so he always like offered the desserts, and but he would like make this like soup, and he always had this soup going, and he would just always add the entrees to it, and he'd add water, and then he'd go over to the rocks and he would scrape off the lichen, and he's like, man, this stuff is full of fucking nutrients, and he was off the rocks, all different kinds, just scraping it and putting it in the soup, and then he would add whatever meat was the entree of the and just like stir it in there, and he's like, I'm making some soup. He always had his like bowl of soup, and he just kept it going. He always added the next night. He added whatever was the entree, just and he had this pile of crackers there. Yeah, it was just like his routine. He had to eat like one cracker with it, and it like. It was fun.
By Friday, you got a goulash.
He what?
I said by Friday you have a interesting goulash.
Oh, it was just always a collection of whatever was from the night before. So like it could have parts of like a month ago in there, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's in a rockin'. Yeah, have you ever met like an old guy who has like some routine like that? Like did your grandfather?
Yes.
They're like, I just do this thing one day, every day, all the time. I just have this one thing I do.
That's how I learned how to find cigarettes.
Oh, the snipes or what?
Yep, that's how I learned how to find snipes. I got to one of the places that you eat breakfast at one morning really early, and there was a guy there that told me he just came from snipe hunting.
Homeless tricks. Yep. Did he have like a pack of rolling papers?
He pulled out a gallon-sized bag of snipes with the butts broken off of them and just nothing but rolling papers in there. And then he had rolling papers in there with it, and he's like, "Man, I never run out of cigarettes."
He's like, "I'm a rich man."
Yep.
That's gold, man. You could trade that for stuff. Whoa, look at all these emotes. Woohoo, Grateful Dead. They need to PNG that thing out. Get that. Let's get that thing out. Yeah, dude, that's, you know. I remember that in Santa Cruz, there was like a whole group of dudes that would do that in Santa Cruz, and they would like at the end of the night they would just sweep downtown basically. They were just like 2 a.m, and they would walk in their little groups, they're like little monkeys. And one day I just found myself like walking along with these guys, and I'm like, oh, we're doing this. We were like every bar, like checking all the cracks and all the little spots, and it's great. It was like a treasure hunt, man. It was fun.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, someone threw one over here.
Where the bars were. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, it's cool.
There's one place where the bars were. It was like 4 bars in a row, and each bar had one of those little smokestacks out in front of it.
Yeah.
And
those long things like that. They go up.
Oh, dude, yeah, because people would come out, they would hit the cigarette one time, and then, that's my song, and then put that shit in the smokestack and run back in the club.
Yeah. There's a whole bunch of tobacco in there.
I found a doobie in there one time.
Score.
Oh shit, dude! I cracked it open, and the first thing I saw was a raw cone. And I looked to the left, and I looked to the right, and there was nobody. And I was like, "For real?"
Wow, nice.
Grabbed that fucker. I broke the butt off of it, and grabbed some of those cigarettes. And I went over to that place, the Edgar Casey place, because that's where we'd go and smoke weed too. But I went over there, and I packed my bowl, my one hitter, like 6 times with that cone joint.
The cone.
They only hit it like one time, and I guess probably what happened is they lit it and realized there was cops standing out in front of the club, and probably put it right into the thing as soon as they lit it.
Probably. They're like, run! So some kids. Dude, I found a whole like metal pipe one time with like a fresh green bowl packed in it on the side of the road when I was
Oh wow.
hitchhiking. I was hitchhiking and I was like, "What the hell? Sweet!"
Yeah, that's like fate right there.
I'm supposed to get high right now. Whereas I think I've ground scored a lot at festivals though. There was a. Have you ever like had a really good ground score? You're like after an event or something, and you're like, "Oh my god, look
No,
what I found!" Dude, I found pipes
no,
and
but I
like
always look. I always got
tubes.
my eyes open.
Yeah, there's stuff, man. I think the best thing I found was like a sweater that I wear all the time. Like that was one of the best ones. But just after the festival in the morning, like you walk around and you're like, "Oh my god, look at all this stuff everywhere." Everyone was so high, they just left their shit everywhere. That used to happen a lot in the tea lounge I worked in. There'd just be stuff. People just leave their stuff. It was like a lost and found too. But we would have like a pile of drugs. Who left their drugs here? It's
I
funny.
used to work with a guy in the daytime. His daytime job, he was a landscaper, but he had a nighttime business. This place called the Boathouse in Norfolk. They held venues all the time, and he would basically go in after the show was over. He would go in when they turned the lights on, and he would clean the floors.
Ah.
He
Straight
was man. He never bought weed. He never ever always came to work the next day with fresh bowl packs of
Yeah.
this dirty little bag of weed, but it was like all different rainbow weed. It was all
It is whatever it was, floor weed.
yeah.
Find
And he
everything
would always
down there.
like, man, I found $400 last night and about a half ounce. I was like, dude,
Jeez.
can I
Man.
stop there?
Yeah, people be dropping stuff. They're
Yep.
like, wait, you didn't give me a chance to come back and find it yet. Like, we haven't left the festival yet. Uh, or
Boathouse was
whatever.
really. It was like a building built on a floating dock,
Oh, shit. Oh, yeah,
and they
everyone's
had
gone.
and it was fucking cool, dude. You'd be in there and you'd feel the whole building like rocking
Whoa.
because there's so many people in there, and it's like, and then finally one year the roof caved in and they deemed it, they condemned it.
They're like, we can't do this anymore.
Yeah, can't do it anymore. It started raining inside the building, so
Yeah. I went to one show like that. It was on the pier. You could just hear the ocean. It wasn't rocking. It was cool. I've never been to a pier
so
show
yeah, man, it
before.
was. I saw a lot of bands play there. I think Judas Priest play there. I saw
Oh, wow.
Green Day play there. I saw, who else did I see play there? Silverchair play there. I saw Guns N' Roses play there under a different name. I can't remember what their name was, but it was like it was weird.
That's
And we
weird.
went in and it was Guns N' Roses, and we were like, what in the what?
Was it that revolver, the Velvet Revolver or something like that?
No, it was before Guns N' Roses had split up. They were
Oh, they were just doing a side
Oh.
thing.
yeah, this is when I was a kid. I think they were on a day off or a couple of days off stint, and they were coming through, and they just had a concert, and I've seen a band called Trickster play there from the 80s. Who else?
What other bands you seen from the 80s?
Anthrax. I saw Anthrax play there.
No shit. Was it loud?
Yeah, very loud and very intimate too, because it was like the Boathouse only held like 200 people, 250 people.
Intimate? Oh, so they were like holding your hand. Did you get to talk to them?
It was very very close to the stage.
That's cool.
Like I could have yelled at the guitar player and he would have heard me. Kind of intimate.
You could feel his sweat.
Scotty, play something good. Okay.
All right, bro. You're all Framer. Fuck you.
Yeah, I
He,
saw some
he
really
just
good-
kicks you in the head.
That was back in my heavy metal days. Like
What'd you think of that band the other night that played here? That guy's.
they were good, man. And
It
then
was
that
a little
other guy
loud,
said,
but
what?
it was a little loud. Thanks for showing up and commenting and all that.
Yeah, man.
It was like it was really loud where I was standing, so I had a hard time hearing it. But I listened to the recording. And I was like, oh, that doesn't sound bad. But
Yeah, it came
the
pretty
guy's
good.
voice was like a little shot because he drank a bunch the night before and stuff. So I got the whole
Uh,
like behind the scenes story. He's like, oh, my voice is shot today. You know, so it was like, like so I went into it biased. You know, like I have a different perspective.
well, he screamed pretty damn good for
Yeah.
having a shot voice.
Yeah.
I
Well, then
mean,
that
his
other
scream,
guy was singing too. That was pretty good. I thought.
dude, that other dude blew me away. His voice was so prominent, like so like when he came, I was like, oh shit, there's another singer. And
I know. I
was
didn't
like,
realize it at first. I was like, wait, who's singing? He's not singing.
yeah, I was like, there's no way that's that other dude that was just screaming.
Yeah. I think like if you hear their video they just came out with, it's on YouTube. Owls and Aliens. I think it's like saved or not saved or something about saving something. Unsavable or something. I can't think. I don't know. It's something about saving somebody somewhere, but it's on YouTube, and I think it's pretty good. I like watched part of it, and I was like, damn, that's heavy, but it's clear. You know, it sounds good, and you can hear his voice and everything. So like, if you want a really good example of them, there's one out
Oh
there.
yeah, the
But they're
very
like
first
touring
song,
and stuff. They're all like, you know, they're like doing shows. You know, there's a lot of
the
people
very
just
first,
doing shows out here.
the very first song they did gave me the feel of like the music anyway, gave me the feel of like Ugly Kid Joe, like back in the day.
Oh my god, I
I
forgot
kind of,
about them. Yeah. Yeah.
I kind of felt that from him, and then he started like growling and screaming and shit, and I was like, oh shit, this is gonna get hardcore.
Yeah. So many bands here that you can tell when people like warm up, you know. It takes them a minute to warm up.
Mhm.
And whoa, I just froze. What the hell? What the hell's going on over
And
here?
Jason was getting into it. Well, he was on it. He was.
Something happened to my camera here. Let me see if I can fix this. My OBS
I
just
see.
froze up on me. Oh, there it goes. That was weird. Oh, yeah. Okay. Little hiccup.
There it is.
Sorry about that.
It had to clear its throat. That's what.
There's a little something there. I forgot what I was talking about. So, you're going to
Did they
Red
warm up?
Rocks? You're going to Red Rocks?
Yes, sir.
Tell me
Yeah,
about that.
June 2.
What's the plan? Where are you gonna go stay? Red Rocks. I'm so jealous.
So the plan is, I already got the tickets for the show, and the plane tickets are paid for. She booked the hotel and the rent-a-car for 2 days.
Oh, nice.
She got us a suite at the Hyatt
Oh, cool.
because she gets a discount, I guess. So it's the same price as a regular hotel,
Well.
and it's 19 minutes from the venue. So I'm thinking that we're gonna we're flying there the day of the concert. So we're leaving here the house about, I don't know, 3:30, 4 in the morning to get to the airport.
Well, that's a
And
big
then
trip.
then we get on the plane, and we get on the plane at 7 and take off at 7, and we land in Denver at 9 o'clock Denver time.
Mhm.
So then we'll go from there to the rent-a-car, and then get the rent-a-car, and then at 3 o'clock we can check into the hotel. The plan is to hit a dispensary, of course, at least one. Probably do lunch or something before we go to the hotel.
I wonder if there's a dispensary in Morrison.
I'm sure, dude. There's
Um,
got to be.
It's probably a
There's
little more
got.
expensive though.
If not, there's 20 of them between the hotel and Morrison.
Right. On the way.
Like they're freaking corner, man. You can walk from one. It's like bar hopping. Those things.
Yeah, in Denver, it's pretty everywhere. It's cool.
The last one I went to was called Kind something. I can't remember. Kind Soul or Kind.
What kind of
Something, I
deals
can't
they
remember.
have out there?
I mean, it wasn't bad last time I think I got, what did I get last time when we went to Colorado? Oh,
You
she's
said
mad
you
at
got
me.
Jack something. Didn't you get Jack something? Or was it
I got,
cookies or something, maybe?
I got, it was called Love Affair.
No. Did you fall in
And
love with
it
it?
was, it was their strongest indica, and I think I got a quarter ounce for like, I want to say like $35 or something.
Holy shit.
It was yeah, it was cheap, but it was good. And then I bought like three. I bought three pre-rolls. If you bought three pre-rolls, you get one free. So
Oh,
I bought
man.
three, and
Nice. Oh, yeah.
and I bought a chillin while I was there that I ended up throwing away, which was stupid. I should have just put it in my suitcase and brought it home.
It's just a
Uh,
chillum. Whatever.
yeah, I think this time though, I'm gonna bring home my chillin.
Or just bury it somewhere so when you go back, you can look under that rock.
Next time, area. Hell yeah.
Somewhere right outside of Red Rocks. Be like, under this rock when I come back. Just leave a sticker under there. This is my pipe or something.
But I ended up bringing back a little bit because I bought more than I could smoke while I was there. Um, that was
Oh.
last time. This time we're going the day of the concert. Then we check into the hotel. Then we're gonna head over to the concert around, I guess. I don't know what time it starts. I know that they go on usually around like 6. That's been
The
their
earlier, the pre.
yeah, they're the opening band. So it's like it's Iatera, then Iration, and then 311.
Oh, nice. Iration,
And
too. Nice. I
yeah,
didn't know Iration. That's cool.
yeah, they're second on the list, and I think they get I want to say they get like an hour, but I think Iatera is going to get 45 minutes at Red Rocks.
Oh, nice. Well, they've played
Whereas
there. They've played there before, right? I mean, they're a bunch.
yeah, they played there before.
That's cool. Hell
And
yeah.
I do believe that they're going to live stream the entire Red Rocks show.
On their YouTube or something?
I don't know if it's going to be on their YouTube or if it's going to be on Red Rocks themselves are going to live
Oh.
stream it.
Oh, yeah. I didn't know they had a stream. That's cool.
Yeah, 311 had already had it planned, and they're like, you know what, we're just going to do all the bands.
Hell yeah.
Because I think that show sold out. So
Nice.
that's going to be some kick ass. And then the next day, we're going to go to the Rockies, I think.
The Rock.
We're going to go see the mountains. Because we didn't get to go see the mountains last time because of
Oh.
fires and stuff.
Oh, what's around there? What's the best thing around there? There's a lot of good stuff right around Morrison.
We did a hot springs last time we went through, but I didn't really like that too much.
It was like a resort or something.
Yeah, and it was packed with people, dude, and it was like COVID, and like there was like fucking hundreds of people sitting all next to each other, just
Naked. Oh, wait.
Chill-
No.
yeah, like half naked, chilling in the hot springs, and there was a line coming out the door
Wow.
and going down the road around the building, and I was like, yeah, we're not going to stand here for this. Where's that other one at? And so she knew of a free one, and we went and checked that one out, and that one was super ghetto.
It was just off the side of the road and it wasn't even that hot.
Yeah. Yeah, it was hot, dude. It burned the shit out of my
Oh.
foot when I stepped.
It
But,
just was it murky and muddy and
It was nasty looking. Yeah, it was gross.
that's free.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
It looked
healing
like-
water, sons.
It looked like the spouts where they were coming out. It looked like sludge. Like it was coming out too. It had come out and built and
You're like,
formed. It didn't look healthy to me.
That's
So I
why
got my
everybody-
toes.
Yeah. You're like, no.
Yeah, she got down. She got down in it, and because the way they had it set up, they got these rocks like pulled up that catch some of the river in this like little pool, and they have rocks sitting where you can sit. Like all of this has been made by people over time and time and time. Just bringing rocks, moving rocks around, and then they got the one spot where the water comes out and falls into that. You're like into your pool. And my dumb ass put my foot in the water right there where the water spills out. That's why I got burned. It's coming out of that mountain at like freaking 190 degrees or some shit.
Say, look at my finger. Ah!
Like boiling hot. Yeah.
Down to the
And
bone.
so but if you put your foot 12 inches down, you get like the frozen ass Colorado River.
Oh.
So it's like the mix of the two is like this weird
Whoa.
shock. I didn't.
There was no like little side pool that was built up or anything.
Well, that's what it was. It was like a little
Oh.
side pool,
Yeah.
but it just.
Was it called like Penny Royal or Penny
I, th-
something?
I think so. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been to that one.
Yeah. It was, dude. And there, these Mexican guys were and girls were sitting in the one pool in the middle where the worst oil sludge was coming out. They were happy and chilling. They were just like, oh, amigo. They were laughing at us because we were going down to the other one.
That's funny.
Hey, they were having fun.
It's free, man. That's the good stuff.
Yeah. And then we went and saw the arches afterwards, or the next day, I think.
Yeah, how did that go? You guys went to Zion too, right? Or Bryce? Which one did you go to?
The double arch.
Oh, you went to Arches National Park.
Yeah, Arches National Park.
Outside of Moab. Did you see all the arches or just one of
them? No. We started on a trek to go see the one big one that I went to with my friend McCarran a long time ago.
Nice.
And we got to this point in the trail where it splits off to either the left or the right. And Tracy got confused on the directions. I said, I'm pretty sure we got to go left. And she said, no, we got to keep going straight. Well, keep going straight means it's the hardest trail in the whole park, and it's like 4 miles. And we didn't bring any water.
Oh, shit.
Or we didn't bring enough water, put it that way.
You survived.
Yeah, I told her, I was like, I didn't want to argue with her, so we just was like, let's go. Let's just keep walking. So we kept walking. And then it started getting like to where we were climbing up steps and down parts, and it was getting really terrainy out there. And it was like, I think we went the wrong direction, and we might want to, because I looked at my clock and I was like, we've been out here a while now. You got to realize it's going to take us this long to get back, and we don't have any more water. Or actually, I had one bottle of water left. She had drank all her water.
Oh shit!
And I hadn't really drank none of mine. And she's like, "Yeah, I'm getting thirsty." And I was like, "Well, I saved this, but I don't think it's going to get us to the end and back. So, do you want to turn around and start going back?" And so that's what we did. We started going back, but we did. There's good. One arch where it's a little small arch where you can stand like next to it.
Yeah.
And it looks really big behind you, but it's really like as big as my porch.
Huh.
And we took pictures there. That was pretty cool. We got to see the balancing rock thing.
Oh, I think I know where you went. It's like the it's like the close spot on the south side of the park.
Yeah.
That's the one I went to.
Yeah, we got to see that, and then they also have another trail that gets you a little bit. It gives you a different angle of balancing rock, and that's kind of brand new, I guess. It was only been there a couple of years or whatever.
They used to have a lot of Jeep rally things out there before it was a national park, and then like all over Moab, there was all kinds of Jeep stuff. People would come and
that's crazy.
Ride all over those rocks. It was cool.
Now, see, I was, as far as me trekking through it, I was pretty good because, let me see if I can find my shoes here. There they are.
Chris! I love you, Chris! Chris!
Oh, shit, the dog heard me. So I had a pair of these. Let me turn it around.
Chris.
I had a pair of these. Oops.
Oh, that's what you were wearing?
Yes. So they've got like the hard toe. They're badass. Like, so look at the grip. Watch this. You ready?
Oh,
I don't know if you can see it or not.
Look at that high tech.
Yeah, see how when I bend it, it has lines cut into it, but then it doesn't.
Wow. What the heck is that? Why?
It's for grip, man. It's the best shit in the world.
Are you like hopping from rocks to rocks?
Yes, and I wasn't slipping or sliding or nothing on the sandstone. I was perfect.
I want some of those. Damn.
Everybody else in tennis shoes was sliding around, falling and busting their ass, and I was like, these are the best shoes ever. Paid $80.
He just got home picking up the kiddos from school. Had to plug in. Oh, plug it in. Plug it in. Plug it in.
Plug it in.
We both said
Stereo.
it. Ooh, ooh, ooh. If you could move anywhere in the country, where would you move to?
I could move anywhere in this country. Honestly, there's talk about us moving to Oregon.
Oh, there you go. Colorado's pretty nice too, man. I have to say.
We thought about that last time we were out there, but she changed her mind now.
Oh, really?
She wants to change her profession.
What's she gonna do?
Well, not change it, but kind of shift it a little bit. She wants to become a person that is a I don't even know what they call it. So a mushroom like counselor.
Oh, like somebody
Special.
who prescribes mushrooms to people and then helps them through shit.
Yeah. But she won't have the prescription part of it. She'll just have
The therapy part.
the therapy part of it. Exactly.
You're like, oh, you took a bunch of mushrooms. Here, let's work it out. That's a trip.
Yeah, exactly. She wants to, and I so she's been looking into that. She asked me where was the where she wants to find a place that they're legal that she can do that at. And I said, well, I know they're legal in Oregon.
You know, that's a hot topic. You know, a lot of people have mentioned it and stuff, but not a lot of people talking about it. How it can be worked for therapy. Like, she started a podcast now. She'd be like first
Oh,
raver with that
Jesus
shit.
Christ!
What is that?
Oh shit! It was a fucking praying mantis, dude.
I saw that. What the fuck? It like attacked you.
Under my arm, dude.
I saw it. Like, what the hell? It's all, yo, bro. I was just trying to pray over here. What the fuck? He's like trying to get away. He's trying to get up there.
Oh my god! Heart
Rick.
attack city.
Attacked. Well, Chris, Rick is being attacked by praying mantises. They're trying to prey on him.
That was weird. But yeah, that's what she wants to do. So I'm like, I'm all for. I'm like, do you, boo? If that's if you think you can do it and get it out there and get yourself to where you want to be.
Yeah, that's a good field to get into. I mean, they're making it legal, so it's But the thing is, you got to look into the legality of it because it's not just like it's legal now. It's just you're not gonna go straight to jail if you get caught with it. There's more chances and opportunities to rehab yourself. Like everyone thinks like, oh, all these drugs are like legal now, but it's not like that. It's just giving people more opportunities when they get busted. But they're still gonna get busted. They're still illegal.
Well, what we've been doing is we've been doing the micro thing.
Yeah, and I think everybody, it's their choice, but I don't like suggest it to anybody. Like that's your thing. You need to go find that on your own because, like. It's weird how like they're pushing that now, like in a bunch of states. They're like, "Oh, let's make mushrooms legal." Like I heard somebody put a whole bunch of money behind that. Like someone put $1 million behind getting mushrooms legal. Someone famous.
Oh wow.
Who was that? Yeah, someone like donated $1 million to help fund it. Oh, I can't remember who that was, and it was like totally unexpected who it was. I can't remember now. We'll have to Google it. Someone Google
Was it Elon Musk?
It might have been. It was somebody. I remember it was in the news for like a second. They're like, they donated $1 million to get it legalized. I'm like, what the hell? Why?
Yeah, I want to see Elon Musk for some reason.
Dude, that guy, I've been watching videos about him lately. Oh, man. What do you think about Elon? What do you think? At first, I was like, this guy's a robot. But then I'm like, the more I watch him, I'm like, there's something to this guy. There's something.
I think he's turning into an alien slowly.
I mean,
I think him and the Facebook guy are cousins.
Really? No.
No, I'm saying I think they're both kind of like because the Facebook guy Zuckerberg kind of looks like Data from
oh no,
Star Trek. Like, I think they're both androids.
Well, he does lack in personality and like charisma, kind of. He doesn't have that like. I mean, he does. He's kind of like, but he skips around a lot. He does like it's like he's looking for the right way to say things sometimes. But I've watched so many interviews with him recently. There's a couple where he's really just relaxed, and when those ones when he's like kicking back more, he's more open about like shit, and you're like, geez, what the, whoa, This is what a billionaire thinks about.
Yeah.
It's so trippy. And I've seen all kinds of weird videos about him saying like what he'll do and why he's going to Mars, and it's just, yeah. I don't even know how you get into a position like that. Like, how do you turn into somebody like that guy?
I don't know, but I damn sure wouldn't be trying to go to Mars.
Yeah, seems like there's plenty to fix right here.
I was gonna say there's so much around here to make better and kind of repair than to spend it all going there.
Yeah. He's doing some far out stuff. It's interesting to hear him talk about it, though. It's like, why push that envelope, or that why push that like beyond what we've explored before? And he's like, because it's exciting. It's just like, because we can. He's like a little kid. He's like, because I want to try. 'Cause why
Right.
not? And I think, when it comes down to like feeding the world, it's not as easy as it sounds. Like you could have $1 billion, and because of like all kinds of weird laws and tariffs or whoever knows, you can't feed the world. You can try, you can put money in places, but you can't. Like, I think for the most part people are trying. Like, I know that one woman who goes around hugging everybody, the Amma, the hugging saint. People just give her money like crazy, millions of dollars. They just give her money, and she just goes around the world without anybody like talking about it. It's not on the news or anything. She's like, no, don't tell anybody. She just gives people money. She's like, here, set up a hospital. She's like, here, take care of those people. Like, she'll just swoop in after Katrina and just like save everybody. Like, no one talked about it, but she'll like, if there's like a catastrophe or some flood, she's like, there, here, take this money. Like, there's certain people that have, they're doing it, they're trying. I think, but it's like people's choices. It's like if you choose to be in the path of the hurricane.
Oh shit! Lightning too.
Are you getting some of the hurricane over there, or what?
I don't think it's the hurricane, but we're getting some thunderstorms because of the weird humidity. Like,
oh wow,
that's a weird.
Look at that. Are you at Bonnaroo right now? It looks like you're at Bonnaroo. That's
no. And then there's blue sky right there.
Blue sky.
And then over there, on the other side of the tree, there's like light.
Oh yeah, I see it.
And then that.
It's a nice spot you got there.
Over the backyard.
Oh, that's kind of high. But those other clouds are kind of thick. Look at those.
Yeah, that one right there is crazy looking.
That's a little threatening.
I don't know if you can hear the background, but that's thunder.
Wow. It's somewhere. It's somewhere.
Yeah.
It's coming. That's a big
Coming
yard.
from the back.
You got a big, thick forest right there at the end of the lawn. Look at that.
Yes, that's the forest to the right.
You just go get lost in there.
And see that very bright green going up the tree right there?
Yeah, what is that?
That's all poison ivy.
Oh, you don't want to go in there.
No,
hey, what's up, Sasha Lopez? Hey, Sasha Lopez. That's your neighbor?
That's the landlord.
Oh,
his house.
The lord of the land lives over there.
Then we have the woods on this side.
That's nice and clean there. Look at that. I like your little parking area.
And that big old tree. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We gotta see this right here under this tree.
Mm-hmm.
They could park the bandwagon right there.
See, there's a lot of space for them to park. You need to have bands come through regularly. You need to do a live from the hive there or something.
Oh yeah. They can pull in right here. That's where they pull in the driveway, and then it come around, and then they can pull out. They can just back right up to there, and then when they go to leave, pull straight on out and turn left and go back out.
Oh, nice.
Got to get them here, man. Yeah. Figure it out.
Send them this video. You're like, check this out. Look, this is it. Clip that.
The lay of the land works out well.
What else is in the news? What do you got going on over there? How's everybody feeling in the house? Is everyone good?
In the house back here?
Just everybody good attitudes. We got good attitudes.
Yeah, except I left the cake out and the ants got all over it, so I'm in trouble for that.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's all right.
That's fine. Little ants. They'll get over it. They'll still eat it. That's the funny thing, huh? They're like, oh, just a couple of ants. I guess it ain't that bad, you know.
There wasn't much cake left, thank goodness.
Oh,
That's the good way to look at it.
oh, there you go. Was it covered in ants? It was just like,
I don't know. It still had the aluminum foil over the pan, so
they were like
I don't know.
starting a new home in there or something. It was like a whole.
It had only been out for like maybe an hour, but there was
Oh.
probably there were probably a lot of them. 'Cause when I put the taro out, they show up in droves. So
Oh, do you know what keeps them away is mint or some, I think.
yes,
What?
vinegar too. Vinegar kills their tracks, so they can't smell where the other ones have
I didn't know that.
come
That's
through.
cool. Vinegar. Vinegar.
Yes,
Any spaceships out there? You guys seen any aliens? You got any aliens over there?
I have not seen any aliens or spaceships. Although we did have a meteor shower not long ago.
Oh, did you get to see some of that?
I did. I woke up randomly at like 1:45 in the morning. The dog was squealing to go outside, so I let him outside and I went out the back because the back it's really dark when at night there's no lights back there. So I went out the back and I saw about 6 of them in about 2 minutes.
Oh, nice. That's a whole bunch.
And they were not short ones either. It wasn't like a little choop, choop. They were like across the sky. The first 4 of them were heading towards the east. Yeah, the east. Wait a minute.
The West. They're heading
Yeah, the
east.
east. Yeah, they were heading. The first 4 of them were heading towards the east, and then the last 2 were shooting towards the west. Which I expected them all to shoot the same direction because of the way we're turning and the way. But I guess not. They're just random, whatever. But they were cool.
Hey, I'm gonna go. I had to pee a while back. I just remembered because now have to pee some more. I'll be right back. But I want to ask you when the first time you smoked weed was. Do you remember?
Yes, I do.
Oh, I want to hear it. I'll be right back.
All right. How's everybody doing? I can't see any of the comments, guys, but I hope everybody's having a wonderful, wonderful day. Don't forget, if you haven't followed Mr. Wizard here, Mr. Wizard V, you need to go ahead and hit that follow, hit that like. Come on back. He has lots of entertaining things on his stream that are always awesome. See those paintings in the background? Man, those are pieces of his thoughts in his life. And each one of them has a special intimate stay from with his hands to the canvas. I apologize if I'm freezing up. Oops, there I go freezing up again. I gotta go grab my gotta go grab my cord so I don't die here. Severe thunderstorm warning coming our way. And when Mr. Michael comes back, it'll be my turn to run to the bathroom. Oh my goodness. Or I could just take you guys with me and turn the sound off, maybe. Actually, do me a favor. If Michael comes back and he doesn't hear me, let him know that I'll be right back. Oh, there he is. It's my turn. My turn to run.
What happened?
It's my turn to run to the bathroom now.
Okay,
I'll be right back.
you go. All right, dude. Thanks for holding out. Thanks for not going on the stream. He's like, it's tag, you're it. Hey, everybody, we're talking with Rick Bozart. You probably know him from such movies as Wild Wild West. And Take back the homeless. Hey, Rick Bozart is a musician in Richmond, Virginia. Also, Virginia Beach. He gigs down there sometimes. He plays a lot of music. His music's on Spotify and YouTube and iTunes, I think. Check him out. He's great. I like him. He's a cool dude. Rick Bozart. He just left. He'll be back. And I asked him, what is your first time you smoked weed? That's what I asked him. So, we're here with Rick Bozart. Rick Bozart. The art of Rick Bozart. He does art too. He's a musician mostly. But he's going to tell us about his first time smoking weed.
Okay. So
tell us about it. I'm going to smoke this joint.
So I went to California to go to my brother's wedding. He was getting married when I was 11 years old.
Nice. Oh.
And we stayed there for a month. We were there for a whole month. I was at my sister's house for 2 weeks. My brother, not my brother getting married, but my other brother's house for the other 2 weeks. And when my other brother came to pick me up to take me to his house in Redwood City for 2 weeks, I got in the car with him and we pulled away. Got out of. My sister lived in Sacramento. He lived in Redwood City, so that gives you kind of an estimate of the drive. So he pulls over on at one of those rest stops, and he's like, "You're not gonna get mad at me if I roll a few of the, or you're not gonna tell on me." That's what he said. You're not gonna tell on me if I roll a few of these joints up, and smoke them on the way back, are you? And,
not gonna tell on me.
Yeah, and I said, "You're gonna share, right?"
You're 11 years old.
That's what I said to him, and he's like, "Fuck yeah!" And so, the first time I got high, I smoked 3 joints with my brother on a trip from Sacramento to Redwood City. 11 years old. And then we get there, and then his best friend from childhood, Glenn, this guy that he always hung out with, shows up at the house, and he was a big drinker. He drank like the cheap. I think it was Keystone beer he was drinking, like the cheapest shit you could find. Dude gives me a beer. He's like, "Man, don't do that. He's fucking 11." He's like, he'll be all right.
He'll be all right.
So I drank 2 beers, and we were supposed to go to this.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Damn.
We were supposed to go to this race. The ending theme of the night was we're going to this race that was like on it was like these like dune buggy looking cars, but it was on a asphalt track.
Huh.
And we went to Fisherman's Wharf first to go get some seafood. Because of course, you want to get the full, I guess, California experience. I don't know. Anyway, so I'm at Fisherman's Wharf, and they're getting crabs cracked and shit, and prepped up to fresh crabs and stuff. And I didn't feel good, man. I was high as shit, and I was drunk.
Yeah.
And
Whoa.
so I went and I sat on the curb, like over by where, like I don't know if this part's kind of hazy for me. I had a headache. I had the world's worst fucking headache. It's probably some cheap ass weed. That's why. Or that and the beer. But I hadn't even gone to sleep yet. I wasn't hungover because I hadn't fell asleep yet. But I already had a headache. And I went and I sat down and I was just like this. Just sitting there on the curb, and my brother and Glenn are looking over at me. They took a picture of me. He said, all you're missing is a "will work for food" sign. They said I looked like a little homeless, hungry kid sitting on the corner of Fisherman's Wharf. And then we went to that race, and I passed out at the race. But I could remember waking up and hearing this
out at the race.
Yeah, they still took me with them to the race.
Well, you remembered. You remembered that much.
And then I even remember the second time. The second time I got high. So I went to a Metallica concert and I bought a pin, one of those Metallica pins, and it had each one of their eyeballs in a little square on the pin. It's
Whoa.
like the eye of the beholder
Whoa.
thing or something. And oh shit, like the weather completely changed here since the last. I just want to show you guys this. Since the last you saw, remember
Oh
that
wow.
that cloud? Look how black it got
Oh,
all of a
it
sudden.
just came up over the tree there.
Like that is not doing it any justice. And that's that's towards you. That's west.
It's the West is the best. It's where all the storms come from.
But yeah, so I traded this dude 3 joints for a Metallica pin, and I smoked 2 of those joints with a friend of mine, and went up to 7-Eleven. Remember they had the Ninja Turtles game, like the big arcade game, and remember the days when 7-Elevens had video games
Yeah, I
in the
was just
seven.
gonna say. Remember when there were
Yeah,
video games?
yeah. I went up to the 7-Eleven, and I put $1.75 in that Ninja Turtles game, and I played that shit for like, dude, like an hour and a
Oh, you
half.
kept it going. Nice.
I was zoning on just but I could hear everything going on. I could hear like the lady checking people out. That'll be $3.93, sir. And I could hear everything all at one time, and I was
You're
like,
like
wow,
hyper.
yeah, it must have been like a good sativa because that shit opened my mind wide open to everything that was happening.
You're like hypersensitive to everything in the room.
Yes, it was a body buzz as well as a head buzz.
Whoa, I heard that.
Yeah, it's coming, man. We just got a severe thunderstorm warning. It
Did
got
you,
super black. Like, I mean, just since I'll show you again. Just since the last time I showed you. Here, let me go out here. All right.
wow, you get
So
some weather, man. All right, so you told us the
was where
first
that
10. Oh
that's
shit!
where that other cloud was at.
It got really dark out there. Look at that.
Look at this.
Oh
The front
shit!
line of the front is right on top of
Are
us.
we gonna lose you or something? Oh, I saw that.
Like now
2,000,
the wind.
3,000, 4,000, 5,000.
Holy shit! The wind is picking up like crazy.
Are we gonna lose you?
Nah, but the wind is definitely picking up for sure.
Okay,
I am gonna.
what was the weirdest situation of smoking weed? Like the oddest situation, like unexpected and weird. You're like, whoa, we're smoking weed right here. Maybe the strangest place or something.
I got one for that. So I went to a party in Virginia Beach with a friend I worked with, and the party was at this girl's house that he dated, and everybody that he wasn't a pothead, but there were potheads there, and everybody that was smoking was down in the garage. So I was like, I had a little bit of weed. I was like, yeah, I'll go down and I'll break some off and share. So I went down in there and rolled up, and there's about, I don't know, 5-6 people in there. Everything was cool at first. Fired off the joint, sitting there having a good social, and then all of a sudden, a Virginia Beach police officer walked into the garage. Oh, here comes the fucking storm now. Here it is.
Oh,
Look at that.
can hear it. I can hear it. Oh shit!
Wow. Oh, wow. Leaves are just coming out of everywhere. Look at that cloud. Holy shit.
Wow, dude.
That is gnarly.
I'm great. I'm glad we're here for it. It's cool.
So a Virginia Beach cop walks into the garage, like just comes walking right in uniform, and fucking hands us a blunt. Like he hits it twice, and then he goes to pass it to me.
You're like,
I'm looking at him like, the fuck, man? Are you serious? He's like, nah, dude, it's cool. And I said, nah, man, it's not. And then everybody told me who he was. And I was like,
Who was he?
I'm not going to jail for this. All right, whatever. And I took it and I hit it. Oh, yeah, it's starting to rain now. Plants are going to be happy.
Well, what did Who was he? And was he cool or what? Was it like a
Yeah, he was cool. He was
wasn't
cool. He
setting
was
you up?
he was literally a Virginia Beach cop, but he was off duty. He just finished his shift. He knew the girl. He partied with the girl. Um,
Oh,
and he
he was cool, I
not
guess.
he wasn't one of those kind of cops. He was a
Ah, it was a
he was
good
like
one.
a yeah, he was like a traffic cop or something.
Yeah, that is pretty unexpected. I wouldn't have expected that. I can't
That
like
scared the shit out of me, dude. That
I,
really freaked.
I wouldn't have. I would have been like, uh. I think one of the unexpected things from my childhood was we were in we were looking for weed and we were down at Venice Beach and we ran into this guy who was selling. He had like a booth and he was selling like Hare Krishna stuff. He had like necklaces and all this spiritual crystals and shit and a bunch of books. And he was like selling books for the Hare Krishna people. Like all the money went to the temple or something like that. And then like I don't know why my friend asked him, but he was the right person to ask. And he was like, oh yeah, you want some weed? He's like, let me shut my booth down for a sec. and we ran directly across from there and went straight up to the top of this like apartment building that's right on the beach. Like it's one of the only apartment buildings that's like right there. We went to like the top floor and he like busts out the scale and he's like, bah, 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 bah. Sold us some dirt weed and then like we went down and we're out of there in like 10 minutes. We're like, whoa, that was weird. Like we just didn't expect. Like it just was a good day. We tried to go back and
Yeah.
buy weed from that guy again, and he was like, "I don't know who you are. What? What are you talking about?" Yeah, it was like, it was just like, "Whoa, dude!" It was a one-time thing.
That's funny.
Yeah, I
I do
think
remember going
I
to
think I
the
went back without my friend, who was like the guy who talked to him in the first place.
I do remember going to the flea market one time. We used to have this weekend flea market on a place called Military Highway, and I would go there like every weekend and check stuff out. And they have the they have the sections where, of course, you got your one head shop, and then you got your like knife dealer, and then the Asian people sell tennis shoes and like homemade like t-shirts that are bootleg, things
Oh
like
yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah. It looks like
And
a
then
polo shirt, but it says Olo or something.
oh yeah, the YOLO shirts.
Something, yeah. Or OP or it's PO or something.
Yeah, or the remember the what
Or
are
it
the
just doesn't
alligators?
say. Yeah, little
But
alligators.
yeah, except it was like it wasn't an alligator, like a lizard on there or something. It's a gecko or some shit. Yeah, and then of course they got the Folkley is what we call them because they were $2 for 10 or $10 for two pairs of Oakley blades, which damn well that wasn't a real thing because Oakley blades were like $60 back then a pair.
Folkleys.
But there's this one guy we used to always go by that he would blow glass and he would bend wire. And this one day I went there and this guy's smoking a fucking joint like right there in the Ingram's Auto, like at the flea market. And this is not when pot was legal, like totally not when pot was legal. And he's just burning down, and we're all just like hanging around, like, is
He's like,
that what I really
whatever.
think?
He's like,
Yeah,
whatever. I don't care.
yeah. He knew who I was because I'd always go there a lot, so he was familiar with me. But I was like, dude, you getting down today, ain't you? He's like, yeah, a little bit.
A little bit. There's always that venue too. You go to and everyone's just freely smoking weed there. You're like, wow, they really don't care here, do they?
Yeah.
Like, there was always that one venue. Like everywhere I've gone, there's always that one venue. Like everyone's smoking weed in the backyard on the patio or some shit. Like, you're like, oh, I guess it's cool here. Like,
That's how Bonnaroo was. It was. I mean, I've never seen naked girls in one venue in my entire life, like topless chicks.
it's a popular thing at festivals.
Yeah, boobs painted with body paint and stuff. Some of them just not even painted at all. Some of those boobs didn't need to not have shirts on. Some of them really needed shirts.
I wonder. Some of them could have stayed with banana
Yeah,
boobs.
yeah, yeah.
But I like banana boobs. There's I'm curious, like, what goes through a woman's mind to feel like, oh, I could just take off my shirt and everything would be fine. You know, like what goes through it? Like, I can't compare that to anything with a guy. Like, I'm not gonna take my pants off and just, I mean, maybe, I don't know, but like shirt
If I
cocking
walked
it
around,
or something, you're just like, I got no
if
pants.
I walked around with my dong hanging out, there would be charges.
It just,
You know,
but like, what
all
goes through a woman? Are they just like, you know what? These are just boobs, whatever, you know? And they're just like, it feels good. And but how could you not think? Like, I don't know. It seems like they would get in the way and hit things, and I would be spilling shit on them, and like it would get dirty. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I remember one time.
yeah,
I tried to wear a skirt one time and it just didn't. I tripped on that thing. It fell off of me. I ripped it. It like was spilling shit and I was like, "What?"
yeah,
Ah. Or just trying to be
yeah.
naked. You know, you're like, I need protection. I'm like eating over here, and there's stuff I'm smoking, and stuff happens. I have holes in my pants.
My main concern for those girls was, damn, your titties are going to be so sunburned after these 4 days.
Right, right.
Like you got nothing. They've never seen the sun, and you're here for 4 days in the cornfield,
I hadn't even
and there's
thought
no
about
tree.
that. Yeah. Cornfield, titties in the cornfield.
Yeah, and yeah, yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah.
Coolest thing I
Okay.
did at that concert, at that venue that I went to that year, was I saw the longest dreadlocks on a white dude that I've ever seen in my life. This dude had dreadlocks as tall as he was tall. It went from his head all the way down to probably about 2 inches, dragging the ground.
Wow.
And
That is long.
he was one of the event dudes, and he was just sitting there, just kind of just watching people and just bopping with the band. And he had his little staff shirt on and his back.
What the fuck?
See the girls walk by with no shirt on, he'd be like, "Yeah,
Pickles
yeah,
says, I don't even like being naked when I'm alone.
I know, right?"
I've done it a few times. It's weird. Like, when was the last time you just were naked in the woods, man? When was the last time you were naked in the woods? Does that ever happen? You ever just get the urge? You're like, I'm gonna run out there, or naked in the rain.
Yes. In the woods, it was about 3.5 years ago, maybe 4 years ago.
It's been too long.
Um, but I did go on the back porch this morning with no clothes on.
Oh, that's something.
I let the dog out,
Hopefully,
so I
people are
can walk out
sleeping.
the back door.
There you go.
But it was 5:30 in the morning too, so nobody could do anything.
Ah, it wasn't cold.
No, it was about 80 degrees this morning.
Oh,
It was
there.
smoking hot.
Oh,
Our
that's
power
that.
just flickered. That was weird.
Oh, we're gonna lose you, bro.
It'll just try to switch over to
All right. When was the last time you smoked pot?
like actual real bagweed.
Like a really good nugget. Mm.
Um, Last week when I went and got the mushrooms, I got some blue cheese. I got a bag of blue cheese.
Blue cheese. Was it smell real cheesy? Like someone's
It
foot?
did.
Like a foot?
Yeah. Yes, it had a real cheesy, like, smell and flavor.
Mmm. Mmm.
But I did do a nice fat pack of some of the stuff that I cut, some of the trim that I got rid of that had sugary tops.
Did it smoke good? Did you like it?
Yeah, it's good, man.
Was it a little harsh, but it got you high?
It got me high. The high lasted for about 20 minutes.
A little
'Cause
premature.
yeah, but it's gonna be dank, dude. It's gonna be. If I cure it right, it's gonna be some fire.
Nice.
And I don't really give a shit about the hay flavor that much. Like, that doesn't bother me as much as I mean, if it's just me smoking it, I don't really care.
Yeah, it's just weed, whatever.
Yeah, I mean, it's the vessel basically.
I've seen a lot of people with long dreads before. Sasha Lopez says, "Whoa, I know someone with dreads that long. Maybe it's the same guy. Maybe, maybe."
Yeah, it was crazy. He was about 5'9" or 10, and so were his dreads.
Eric Hypes. It's over on the tubes of the Ubes.
Eric, what's up, brother?
Well, those are some good stories, man. Those are some good
I
stories.
can't wait to get one of them trays, dude, and do all that with my trim.
Trimbin.
I can't wait, dude. That's gonna be
You know,
that's gonna be
I was listening to a podcast about like writing bits and stuff. Like there, I don't know who it was. I don't know, writing comedy for shows and shit like that. And like some people would write in like, you know, like certain businesses and stuff just to get free stuff. Like maybe you should write some songs about some things.
Well, I do have those three or four weed songs that I have written. Sorry, I had to clean that lens off.
I'm surprised people don't write songs for their dispensaries. You're like, man, I'll write you a song. You think you hear a lot more jingles out there or something?
That's actually a great idea.
That's some good work right there.
And I mean, like the industry is coming up here now. They're actually trying to move forward on the recreational date.
Oh,
the recreation, yeah, recreational date's supposed to be January of 2024, and they're pushing for like the end of the year.
Oh, that's cool.
So severe thunderstorm warning until Monday, August 30th at 8:30.
So you just got that warning.
Yep.
Just got warned. You just got warned, bro. Eric says, eating dinner. Good to see you both. What are you eating? It's good to see you, too. Wonder what he's eating. I always imagine Eric eating. He's always eating when he comes into my streams. I'm like, man, this guy's just like always eating.
What's her name?
Oh. Marianne.
Hide your mothers, hide your wives. Lock them up.
So you playing guitar much or what?
A little bit every day. Not as much as I should be. I need to actually have a set rolling.
Have you done any like recording of stuff? No.
I did record with another person. She came over and she introduced one of her songs,
Ooh.
and I wrote. It's basically a blues tune. It's like a 12-bar blues. It's kind of like
That's cool.
like Jalapeno Mama, but slowed down a lot.
Oh, nice.
And a little bit of a different structure, but the same feel. You know, the 12-bar feel, the blues. And she does all the vocals on it, and I did a couple of background vocals. I got her to go over top of her vocals. I put bass to it, and her ex-husband is going to play the drums on it. So I got to get it ready as an MP3 to send to him, and then he's going to drop it in GarageBand and put his drums over top of everything.
Oh, that's
send
cool.
it. Yeah.
What inspired that?
She just got in touch with me one day. Somebody that I played a gig for. She had did a book signing because she wrote this book.
Oh.
And I played her book signing like 2 years ago, I think it was. And she just contacted me one day and asked if I wanted to help her get some music like recorded and stuff. And I was like, well, you called the right guy, because
that's cool.
It's right here, and you can come up anytime, and you're only like 45 minutes away. So
hell yeah, right on. That's good to hear. Sorry I interrupted you. You were saying you're gonna like send it back and forth on something, maybe send tracks.
Yeah, he's got GarageBand and I've got Logic, and they both interlock with each other.
Nice.
So you're gonna make an MP3 of the finished version of my parts and her parts singing. Let him run a drum track on that, and then have him send me back just the drum track
as a wave or something.
Well, no, as a or as a wave, and then I can go in. If he sends it to me as a wave, or even as an MP3, I can pull it as an MP3 into Logic, and it'll automatically turn it into a wave.
Yeah.
And then from there, I can just position out. I can clean up things.
That's cool.
I can do some stuff here and there, give him extra symbols if he needs it or whatever, and then send it back to her, and she wants to put it on SoundCloud. It's a song she wrote 20 years ago.
That's pretty cool. She's finally making it come out.
Ooh, that was loud.
That was thunder. Whoa.
I made the dog.
Eric says he's only ever watching me when he cooks. What's her name? He laughs. Her name
What's her
is
name?
Sweet
Lee
Tater. Sweet
Lee
Tater.
Carr.
Some chicken and broccoli and squash. Oh, that's cool. That sounds yummy. Yay! Oh, that sounded like applause for a second. What was that?
That was me pulling up the curtain.
It sounded like yay! It sounded like a bunch of people applauding. That was weird. I thought you hit like an applaud track. I was like, how'd you do that?
How do you do that from the phone?
What is that new thing? What have you discovered, Rick, out there in the internet land lately? Have you discovered anything new?
What's the last thing I looked up? I'm sorry, I was looking out here because it's lightning. The last thing I looked up was I looked up a bunch of different views on how to cure pot and to make edibles.
What'd you learn about edibles? Decarboxylation?
Yep, 275 for 25 minutes. Take it out, break it up, slowly melt your butter.
Hey, we're here tonight with Rick Bozart. He's kicking back and relaxing in his bed made for four. If you would like to contact him, he streams every day on live.me.
You slowly melt your butter, but you don't.
Slowly melt your butter. That's some sexy. Slowly melt your butter, and then break up the feed real fine, grind it up real fine, and drop it into the butter. Stir it around. Real fine. You're gonna grind it up real fine.
And if you're gonna make a pound of butter, you're gonna have to use a 1/4 ounce of your finest Swedish Chiba.
You got a cheesecloth? You using a cheesecloth with that?
Yes, sir. Then you get a cheesecloth and you put it over a little jar. But you give it like a little coffee filter, kind of like, you know what I mean? So it's got that dip in it. And then when you're done, after it's cooked for about 2, maybe 3 hours on low,
you gotta simmer it, really simmer down.
Let it all simmer down, let it all separate. Then you take that green liquid you got in there and you pour it over that cheesecloth all slow and nice and easy.
Is it better to use coconut oil?
You can do it. You can do it with coconut oil too. I mean, I guess it depends on what you like. The reason I'm doing it with butter is because I want to
melting and grinding.
After I do it with butter, once I chill it back in the fridge, put it in the container, and actually they recommend that you pour it into a container that's got water in it.
Oh, like how much water? Just a little bit of water or something?
Yeah, just a little bit of water because you want that butter to kind of like solidify as it hits.
Oh,
and it'll still be kind of gooey, but it'll all sink to the bottom and all the water will float to the top. And when it's completely hardened, that hockey puck will float right up to the top.
Oh, nice.
And then you drain the water out, and then you've got spreadable THC butter. And whatever
Whoa,
you
that's
cook
a trick I never heard before. Oh, that's cool. Shit.
Yeah, and whatever you want to cook with it, like you just take whatever the ratio on the box says to use butter, you just use that much can of butter, and blammo, you've got brownies, cookies, banana bread, whatever you want to make with the butter. You can scoop it out and put it on toast and have some can of butter toast, can of butter bagels.
You can put that in your coffee or something. Make like bulletproof can of coffee or something. Shit.
If you use the coconut oil, you can some people put coconut oil in their coffee.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Do that. Yeah, you can do. I tried the coconut oil in my coffee. It makes it a little bit more greasy than I like.
It makes the shit go through you faster. It's like lubricates.
Oh yeah. Absolutely. Like,
It's
there's no
already a
time
diuretic. I don't need extra lubrication. All right. I mean, what are you making
right.
this can of butter for anyway? For lubrication, right? Melting and
True.
grinding. No,
Humping
what are
and
you gonna do with your can of butter? You gonna make like brownies or Rice Krispie treats or cookies for Christmas?
all of the above. Yeah,
Snickerdoodles.
I actually have a plan for a company. I have a business plan for a company
You're
that I
gonna go
want
on. You're gonna go on that Shark Tank.
I might like I've seriously thought about this. And it kind of bleeds
Let's
over
hear it.
into mushrooms too,
Ooh.
because the name of the company that I want to use um is not going to limit me to just cannabis products.
Oh,
It's
it's
going
just
to
it's like broad or vague.
right. Um,
What is it?
and so
Tell me. What is it? You're holding me in suspense.
so I plan on calling the company Incredible Edibles.
Oh, is that taken? Have you? Sounds
I
like.
don't know, but if it is, I'm going to go with Incredibles Edibles.
Oh,
Just add an S to it,
you
or I'm
shouldn't.
going to spell it.
Maybe you shouldn't have told us.
I'm going to spend more money on making the product than I spend on the packaging. Because if you notice, a lot of these companies that are dispensary companies that are putting their product, they're spending a lot of money on the packaging.
Hey man,
And
what? That's true. That's true. Yeah,
they want it to look good in the package, but it's just weed. I mean, it's just
it's
cannabis.
you're gonna eat it, dude. Make it all like nice and green or whatever. Make it all like eco something maybe. Why not?
I would rather the actual thing that they're going to eat looks prettier than the package it came in. That's what I'm trying
Yeah,
to
but
say.
yeah, like we all programmed Americans know, like a good packaging sells. I mean, look at an album cover. I'm always like, oh, that's a cool album cover. It probably sounds good. Like I choose music that way sometimes. Hey, what are your thoughts? Let me ask you a question real quick. What are your thoughts on hipsters? And has anyone ever called you one?
No, because I got long hair. I don't have that weird
Uh,
like short hair.
oh, there's like a short hair thing. You like the side shaved or something? A mullet?
Basically, what is described around here as a hipster is they've got a really long beard.
In
Um,
Richmond?
Well, yeah, in Virginia Beach.
Oh, okay.
But they got that really long mustache and beard going on, and then most of the guys. Well, no, I guess I can't say most of the guys because there are some blonde ones too, but they
love it.
they smoke vapes.
Or
There's
American
like
spirits, huh? Maybe American spirits
or spirits, yeah, that's and they drink IPA
or Pabst.
only. No, no.
No.
You're a true Virginia Beacher if you drink Pabst or
that's
roll.
that's a different thing altogether. Well, see,
Yeah,
in Seattle, I feel like there's those people. It's like a different kind of hipster, maybe.
It's like the Pabst guys want to beat up the hipsters. You know what I mean? Like
Really?
they're
Oh, okay.
and the hipsters are the hipsters. They got their own like they drink things like smoked whiskey and shit like that, and
Smoked
they like
whiskey, moonshine.
it's where they how like they pour a shot of whiskey,
Uh-huh.
and then they'll light a chip of hickory, and then they'll blow it out, and then they'll put the chip of hickory next to the shot, and then they'll put a glass bowl over top of it, and that's how they smoke the whiskey.
Wait, that's a hipster thing?
That's a hipster thing.
What the fuck? What? Where did
And
that
then
come from? They like found it in a book somewhere.
I don't know, but it's got that smoky flavor, I guess. I can't drink that shit regardless, but
Oh my god.
and-
I'm not sure what a hipster is. I thought it was just
and they-
someone who wore a fedora and like was all like anal about everything.
oh yeah, they're very anal about everything.
And they're like I was cool before cool was cool, that kind of attitude,
yes, but they can't change a tire on a car. They got to call AAA to come change their tire.
Well, fuck yeah, if you can call AAA to change your tire, why not? I'm just joking.
Where's the wrench at, guys? I
No,
don't.
the tire is the easiest thing. What if you? What if? What kind of music do hipsters play?
I haven't figured that out yet. They keep that secret.
I think they listen to like steampunk music, right? Or like weird instruments music, like something that's really odd and eccentric,
It, I wouldn't doubt that.
or like
They
some
always
rare vintage album that's never been released to the public, or
they always smell like smoked chips. They always like every time like a group of hipsters comes through, it smells like they've been sitting at a campfire for
That's
like
your impression. I got a totally different impression of hipsters. I just feel like they're just like Seattleites or something. I don't know. Or no, not Seattle, like Portland, Oregon. Like, they're keeping it weird or something. That's what I think. Like, when I think of hipsters, I'm like, it's these bunch of like frame glasses, fedoras, playing weird instruments and into strange things and have record collections, and buy
and the beard they're aren't like outraged. They're long, but they're not outrageous.
lots of
they're
this.
yes. Oh, absolutely with the twirlies and very very well manicured. Dude, like they will brush that bitch out and clip off like 3 of them.
Well, here's something funny. Somebody just came into the stream and said, before I started this conversation, they said, "What's good, hipsters?" That was a good laugh. We're hipsters.
You guys,
Look at that. You have that. Why isn't it colored in? God
Get with
bless
Michael
America.
get with Michael V.
Get with Michael.
Go
Join the cult.
Here. Join the cult. Where is it? Where is it?
Thanks.
There it
$20
is, right
ice
there.
cubes. $20 ice cubes? What? That looks like a child wrote that. Oh my god, that's funny. $20 ice cubes. Is that what hipsters do? They have ice cubes in their drinks.
$20.
They pay for
Do they
expensive drinks and they don't even finish them.
Do they boof those $20 ice cubes? I hope not. No boofing ice cubes.
Dude, you can boof ice cubes. It just melts. And whatever you put in there just like gets deposited. And it's nice and cool on a hot day.
Great for the hemorrhoids.
If you just get a small ice cube tray, those big old rectangular ones. They have the nice like butt plug shaped ones now. A butt plug shaped ice cube tray. Oh my god. I bet you that exists. Probably, huh? Oh yeah, well I could mini book you too. Look, I got a Rick Bozart book right here.
See, I don't have any more of those. I gave them all out.
Look, I have the only one.
You have the only one in existence. I gave one to a little kid that asked me for one. They're like, "Can I get one of those?"
Aw, he's probably
Sure
stoked.
thing.
He grows up and like 20 years from now he like plays all those songs by heart. He's like, I found this book when I was a kid and I play these
And
songs. He grows up just totally influenced by you.
The manual.
The manual for living. Looks
Art
like it's
magic.
bleeding. It's bleeding.
It is. It's
That's probably when I put it on the. I had weird paper for a while. Did some weird stuff. I need new paper. Would they make one big perfectly round ice cube? Well, there you go. That's perfect for your butt.
yes, they do that too. And actually, oh god, that means I'm a hipster. Fuck.
Wait, do you have fondue? Just checking.
Yeah, we do.
Let me ask you a few more questions. Do you have any things that you can light on fire and spin around in the yard?
I don't have that. I don't
Oh,
have that.
okay. You're not that kind of hipster. Do you have anything steampunk?
No, I don't have anything steampunk, but I do
Okay.
have
You don't have any goggles laying around. Okay, good.
no goggles. No. Well, I mean, I do have goggles, but they're not for.
They're for welding, bro. Okay.
These are for swimming in the river.
Oh, okay. For the smoky 20 shot of whiskey, they have like the perfect ice cube. They
But we
probably
do
drink
have-
like absinthe and shit. Oh, you have nipple ice cube trays.
Yeah, we
Look at that.
perfectly round.
See, those are great for boofing. You just fill that with like whatever herbs and spices you want to get up in there. Whatever you want to like. I mean, it's healthy. It's good for you. You could put, like do coffee in them, leftover coffee, and do like a coffee boofing, slow boofing enema, where you get that ice cube up your ass and let that.
Would that
coffee,
be called?
It's like a shot of espresso up your ass or something. It's a shot.
Where
It's a
is
coffee, dude. It just slowly dissolves and you get all caffeinated. It's like becomes the trend. It becomes the trend. Like people have like a drip coming down their leg. Like, oh, he's boofing coffee over there.
Are you properly
Are you assassinated?
affinated today? Asphinated?
Do you put product in your beard? Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
know.
Are you a hipster? Do you put product in your beard? Yeah, you're probably a hipster. Oh, you could totally do a whole bit like that. You're probably a hipster if there's somebody did that. Somebody had to have done that. You're probably a redneck.
That is if you put product in your beard.
You're probably a hipster. If you have more than 2 beeswax products in your bathroom, you're probably a hipster. If you have more than the 2 ways to open a wine bottle in your kitchen, you're probably a hipster. If you have, if you're a vegan and you have leather pouches, you're probably a hipster. If you're vegetarian or vegan but yet you go to festivals and do ketamine, you're probably a hipster. If you if you save up all year to go to one festival so you can get all free and naked and do a lot of drugs and have promiscuous sex, you're probably a hipster. Oh, that one just flowed out really easy. I got some more. If you have God, there's probably if you brew your own beer, if you make your own moonshine, if you
What? Because you know what the new places, the new breweries that have popped up around here, dudes with beards with product in it that can't change a tire, that drink smoked whiskey, and sell everybody else IPA.
Why is this a trend? Well, they have like this bootleg beer that they're growing, and they're just making this their own beer, and they're like, hey man, they just travel to all those places where they do all that. They drink the coffee, like, yo, I got some IPA. I made myself. You might go blind, but it's something.
Might want to cut that.
He's all, you want to sip? He's all got a little shot. He's want to try some. Little shot glasses of beer. He's got little tincture bottles full of beer. 1 shot. So try it out. I got it. It's all
little mason jars. You drink your beer.
Little mini mason jar shots. Yeah, if you have mason jars in every size, you might be a hipster. If you carry any type of bag, well, maybe not like a backpack, but like anything that takes just one arm to carry.
Goes over a shoulder, yes. Anything that goes over just one shoulder, definitely hipster.
If you have facial, sorry, this one might hit home. If you have facial piercings and neck tattoos, yeah. Combined with the fedora, you might be a hipster.
If you have 2 entire sleeves of tattoos but no black lines, you're definitely a hipster.
It's all colorful. It's all super colorful. Look at that. Is that purple? If you have one of those little like cheap tattoos on the back of your ear because it was like sale day, and it's like something really lame. Have you seen that? Like, you ever see those people like, I got a tattoo because it was on sale? Oh my god.
Yeah.
The toe tattoo with the little. If you have a moon and a star on your toe, you might want to be hippie from the 90s.
If you have a 1-line tattoo, that's another one. You know the 1-line tattoos where they start like, here, I'll give you like a look. So they start like at this point, and then they go up and like say for instance a treble clef.
Well, what is that about? Is that East Coast thing?
People are getting
This
these
is new.
tattoos and where it's one line.
Can you scan it like with QR code or something? Is that...
No, it's just like one shot through. But I you know what I've seen? I've seen some hipsters with the scan code on them too.
Dude, I got this thing where if you scan it with this app, it plays the song. If you have an app, yes, a tattoo that you need to scan with an app, you might be a hipster. Or a UV reactive one. Like, oh, you can get like glow in the dark tattoo ink. That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, that's the thing here too.
I don't know if I trust that shit. I think human testing has only been going on for like 10 years.
Well, not only that, but then you look like a DNA experiment anytime you walk into a club.
They're like, whoa, what the fuck?
Bro,
Alien!
come from that.
Those people don't last long. Sheesh. What was the last like public venue you went to like that? The show was going on. Was it that rally you went to, that Trump rally?
The last like concerty thing I went to, yeah, I think.
It was that thing.
Yeah.
You're like, where am I?
Oh, dude, it got it and I was shrooming. It
Oh
was
my god! Wait, let's tell me about this. Rewind. You went to.
yeah. So I went to play this 4th of July thing. It's supposed to be a party for like 100 people. And I was not informed that they were all hardcore Trump supporters.
Oh shit!
So I get there and I'm like, all right, make the best of this. And I got up there and first day I played, about an hour. It was just a test to make sure the equipment worked and everything.
Yeah.
The next day, so then I after that I set up my sleeping spot right there on the stage. I slept above my equipment.
Yeah.
On my in my hammock.
Oh, that's cool.
I woke up freezing to death the next morning, dude. It was so cold the next morning, like my toes were frozen. There was fog on the lake.
Oh, there was a lake right there, all the condensation and everything.
Yeah, dude, it was so cold. And I had no socks, and I was wearing those fucking shoes I had on that I showed you that I went to Colorado in. Yeah, I had those on, not expecting that it was going to get down in the 40s that night.
Oh, damn.
But yeah, my toes were like frozen. So I'm on my phone with Tracy at like 7:00 in the morning. Can you come get me? Because I'm freezing. So she drives down. There's only like 20 minutes from the house. She drives down and picks me up, brings me home, let my toes thaw out, ate some bacon, and decided to eat a couple little buddies before I went back to the thing to play that night.
So you didn't even notice anything about the people. There was like no one there or something, huh?
Yeah, because we'll see, the first night it was mostly the chicks that showed up, the girls, the females. Yeah. And from what I was seeing, you couldn't really tell. It didn't look, they look like some hunter chicks or some, fishing chicks or whatever. But
yeah, how do you judge someone like that? Yeah.
Super comfortable there. Man, I get back, bro, and it's like they're asking me to play the David Allan Coe, the N-word song. And,
oh, shit.
And I'm just like, no, that's not a set list, dude, and I'm sorry, just can't do that. I played for about an hour, and close this door because I know she's gonna get mad if I say this out loud. So Tracy got really fucking drunk that night.
Oh,
I think the last time she drank alcohol, and she made a deal with me that if I played World on Fire at the Trump rally, that she would take me home and rock my world. And I was like, I was so torn between doing it because I was like, I'm going to get shot. If I play that shit, I'm going to die on this stage. It'll be my last performance ever. So I was like, I'll think about it. And she kept screaming it out the whole time.
She's like drunk, just like,
yeah, World on Fire, baby, do it. You got it. Fuck. So then she gets the two little kids, like, my landlord's son and his little friend, his landlord's girlfriend's son, to come up to the stage and say, "We want you to play World on Fire. We like that song." And I was about almost an hour in. I said, "You know what? Fuck it. Here we go." And I lit it up with World on Fire. And I said, "All right, y'all, that's my last night. Thank y'all. I appreciate it. Don't forget to say thank you to Albie when you leave here, because he was the host of the party."
Blame it on him if you don't like me.
Yeah. So one of the biggest Trump supporters there comes up to me as I'm leaving, as I'm driving away with the shit, because she comes back.
Oh, you played the song. You played the song.
Yeah, I played the song, and then and I finished, and I loaded my shit. And actually, I didn't load my shit right away. There was another band that wanted to play and wanted to use my equipment.
Yeah.
So I had to stay there for like another hour or so. And then finally I called up Tracy. I said, "Look, hey, can you come now so that this can be an excuse for me to go home? Because I really want to get the fuck out of here." Because they're about to like shoot off shotguns and all kinds of craziness, and I'm not trying to be around.
Yeah, I'm good.
And I told the guys, I said, I gotta, break down my stuff, but you guys are, keep on jamming, but you just can't use my PA. Loaded up my PA, got it all in the car and everything, and I'm pulling away, and the guy with the biggest Trump fan there, he had a T-shirt with Donald Trump holding a mug of beer, and it said something crass as hell on the front of it. Of course, he comes up to this. He comes up to the driver's side of the car, and he tells Tracy to roll the window down, and she's like, "Should I?" I was like, "Yeah, I guess. If he says anything weird, we just pull away." She rolls the window down. He's like, "I really like that song you sang about that piece of shit Biden, man. Here's $40." And I was like, "Okay. Thank you, brother. Appreciate it. Have a great night." Never any of those people ever again, I hope. Ever.
Well, at least, see, that means your art is good because somebody just injected their own meaning into it, and that means that shit's good.
Yeah.
But it's so relevant. I think it doesn't matter how you hear the words; you're gonna hear what you want to hear.
True. I just don't want to run into the guy at Walmart. Dude, you're that World on Fire guy, aren't you? Oh.
You're like, I don't know what you're talking about. You're talking, I don't know, play guitar. I don't play guitar.
You must know my cousin. I am fresh to the country.
He looks just like me, though. He speaks perfect English. Yeah. Well, it's good though. It means that they got the vibe. They didn't matter who it was about. That's good.
And the other songs I played was their kind of music. I mean, Marshall Tucker and all the Southern rock stuff that I did was their kind of thing. They even dug Prince. They were cool on the Prince.
So did she rock your world?
Yeah.
Nice.
But I had to wait till the next day because she was way too super drunk. Like
she's all rain track.
Yeah, there was no
perfect timing on that sound effect. Giggity giggity giggity. Oh man, $40 is $40.
I was like, I said, "Are you gonna do all the things?" She said, "All the things." I said, "Oh shit, oh shit." Let me think about this. And I said, "And what if I don't play it?" She said, "None of the things." And I was like, "Damn,
ever.
How long?" Yeah, and she's like, "Forever," something like that, or something for a long time. And I was like, "I was like, this is unfair. You make this really, really hard on me, right? This is a hard decision. It's either like I live and I go home and get no booty, or I take the chance of dying and all the things."
You're like, I see what you chose there. You're like, I'm just a lover. You're like, I may be bloody and beat up, but I'm gonna get some.
Right. You gonna kiss this sore lip, baby? It ain't herpes.
Well, thanks for the stories, man. Yeah, I appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That was a good one.
Absolutely.
I hadn't heard the whole story, so that was good. That was cool.
Yeah, it
Uh,
was weird. It was crazy. I made a weekend out of it because I stayed there the entire weekend, but it was traumatizing towards the end because it got scary. Like all the throw of the N word, I wasn't comfortable with that, and
yeah,
there
I
was a
remember
lot
that. Whoa!
around. And
Like, whoa, where am I? What is?
yeah,
Oh shit! Did it all hit you when he asked that? You're like, oh,
it
oh.
did. And then the band that played after me, the guy that asked me to play that, his son came up and played that,
Oh shit! Well, good thing
and
you didn't play it.
he wanted to use my guitar, and I was like, dude, I can't, man. I'm packing up and getting ready
You're
to
like,
go.
I don't want that in my guitar.
Speak those words through my sound hole, buddy.
To my sound hole. Yeah, right. Easy answer. Hey, Charlie.
Guy
Charlie.
he was really good music. I kind of felt bad and was like, damn, I should have let you play my guitar because your dad's guitar sucks.
Oh my god.
Really good. And he could sing too. He was Pearl Jam and all kinds of stuff. He played some Tool, played all kinds of shit that they were cool with it, but it wasn't their thing. They were more of a Southern rock, rebel kind of Confederate type, Doobie Brothers and that all that sort of music. They didn't want to hear
Doobie.
maybe country music, but they didn't want to hear Eddie Vedder for
They
sure.
wanted some southern rock.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry to hold you up for so long. Earlier you said you were gonna go live, maybe play some music. That'd be cool.
Yeah. I'm gonna go jump in this room. This girl just texted me here with a question about plants.
Oh, you're the man.
Uh-uh.
Oh, who's that? Who's that? Is that?
That is an avocado.
Is that an avocado? Hello, avocado. Hello, avocado.
Avocado with no voice. You
Well,
must turn on your voice.
I'll let you go answer the lady in the stuff with all the things. Thanks for hanging out, man.
Yeah, man, it was a pleasure, man. I'm glad you hit me up. It's funny the way it all started out because I was like, somebody's fucking talking to me, and I'm looking around the house like I'm losing my shit. I am losing my mind right now. Am I tripping?
They're like, is somebody's talking over there. Hey, let me know if you go live or no. I'll just keep you open on Facebook or somewhere. And
Yeah, I'll let you. Where should I hit you? Instagram or which is easier? Instagram, Facebook?
Facebook probably.
Okay. Yeah, I'll let you know.
Let me know if you go live or just send me a link or something.
Definitely.
Whatever
Definitely.
works easiest. Sweet home
All right.
Alabama. But yeah, Rick. Bozart, everybody. Freebird. I'll talk to you soon. I'll talk to you soon, man.
All right, man. All right, brother.
I mean, you don't have to leave. I'm not forcing you to go anywhere.
Well, I need to answer this chick, and I probably should get
All right.
cracking on if I'm not going to. So I'm not playing so late at night.
Right on.
But yes, I appreciate it, man. It's good talking with you guys, man.
Yeah, thanks for
good.
chatting.
Have a special, man. Thank you for having me.
I'll see you soon.
Yes, sir.
Later. Some good story time there. Some good story times. Story times. He's got a lot of good stories, man. Rick Bozart, everybody. Alright, I'm gonna turn off the Facebooks and the YouTubes and everything. If you guys want to come over to Twitch, I'm over there.